This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
Thank you for calling the Thrall's Balls customer helpline. Para continuar en español, presione 5. If you are calling to find out why we call you swingaz, press 1. If you are calling to check the status of this cold open, press 2. For all other inquiries, please scream representative as loud as you can, and a poorly trained representative will be with you shortly to tell you exactly how you can go fuck yourself. Your call is important to us. Please enjoy this 6-hour generic-ass loop.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, sometimes Craig, Gershom, Johnnie Tips, and Wooly. Oh, what's up, swingers? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode 192. I'm Wooly, the spooky ooky blood elf shadow priest. Here with me is Gershom, the sassy-ass troll beastmastery hunter. And, of course, we have Johnnie Tips, the debonair dark iron demonology warlock. Hi, guys.
What's up, swingers? Hey, I resemble that statement about being a poorly trained representative, bro. That's not cool.
I have worked so
Bro, that was so
many
funny.
customer service line jobs that
I know.
I know firsthand how bad the training is.
It can't be. It's got to be absolutely incorrigible. The way that some of those people act on the phone, I'm just like, there's no way they did anything to help you, right?
What that cold open was birthed by a need to call Verizon, and they were just their customer service is just ugh. And it's not even the representative's fault. They're like shoehorned into certain things they can and can't do. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, hello.
Hi.
Oh, so we should mention real quick here. Gershom's computer is kind of throwing a little tantrum, so her microphone might sound a little different this week. That's okay. Don't worry about it, guys. Everything's fine. So
encryption, it's okay. It's
right. It's not like an encoding error or anything like that. There's nothing wrong on your end. It's just technology being a fickle bitch. And so am I. Not really. So, before we get into what we did in WoW this week, I want to do an out of the usual order teabag time, and I'll explain why in a second.
I am restless.
Teabag time.
Okay, guys, so Teabag Time is the segment of the show where we usually use it to read reviews and such and comments that people have left, and we love doing that. This time, however, I am using it to teabag my favorite podcast of all time. Not just favorite WoW podcast, favorite podcast, Lagging Balls. And the reason for this is rather bittersweet. This episode that we're recording right now is episode 192. Lagging Balls reached 192 episodes before, for various reasons, they had to stop. And that makes me sad to reach that same threshold, but also really proud of everything we've built here. I just don't think we would ever be able to measure up because they were just fucking hilarious and informative. But I wanted to say shout out to Lagging Balls. I am not at all feeling smug about passing that benchmark, but I did want to acknowledge it because without lagging balls, there never would have been a Thrall's balls. Because I tried a number of podcasts before starting Thrall's balls. I did the Plagcast turned into what was then called Load Screen. There was Campfire Chronicles. It was all folded. But I really wanted to keep podcasting. Eventually, I was like, why didn't anybody name a show Thrall's Balls? And because I loved lagging balls, I'm like, that name is fucking perfect. So yeah, here we are. Here's to you, here's to me, here's to whatever the rest of that statement is. And I am really quick going to take a shot of what I still have left of the Farron Lothar drink here. So here we go. To Lagging Balls, the community-focused World of Warcraft podcast for some people, by some people.
Hear, hear.
Woo! By the way, they are still able to be found on Spotify, and the Farron drink is still fucking delicious. Damn. Gershom says her computer's haunted. Uh-oh, can you still hear us? All right, she will get back in here when and if she can. In the meantime, we can just talk about what we did in WoW this week. I'll just start the ball off with this one. So, mostly, I am trying to get my item level as high as I can, while still respecting the time I will need to let me solo him, because I still don't have it, on my priest. Sorry, my brain space there. And he's about 650 now, and my big hang-up has not been Valor Stones, surprisingly enough. It's been crests. So I really don't want to go into, like, M+ at this point in the season, because it's going to be full of people who are just there to, like, scream at you for not knowing where to go. And I don't want to deal with that, not at this point in the season. So I'm just kind of doing a shitload of delves. Kind of pushed the what's the word to use? The highest I could do in a delve, probably before I should have. I think I've gotten a 10 done at 650. I mean, those item level suggestions I give you are really more actual guidelines than rules. Parlay. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've just been working on my priest, getting his item level up. Been half-assed trying to get some mounts while we have this buff going on. But really my focus has been on trying to let me solo him, because we only have until August, well, technically 12th before the new season starts, but whatever. So yeah, Johnny, have you gotten any mounts from this buff yet?
I have not gotten a single mount since I got the 9 mount. I haven't gotten a single one yet. I've been farming pretty religiously. I mean, I don't have an alt army, so to speak, that I'm not running ICC 20 times to get a mount. I'm sorry, I just don't care enough. But I have been running at least 1 or 2 tunes through the raids I can easily do them in. For example, the healing boss in the ICC. I know you can skip it, but I like doing it for the Mog anyway. So I've been running my paladin, or someone who has bandages, or something else.
It's also a hell of a lot faster to heal that bitch instead of waiting for those stupid portals to show up.
Yes, it's pretty easy, honestly. It's you can literally just I just killed the 4 little skullcaster lich dudes, and then I just use a flash of light, and I throw Word of Glory, and that's it, and the fight's over. And then next, and it's pretty easy. I run to Ulduar, but running Ulduar, Tempest Keep, ICC, kind of those 3 main ones, and then all the Legion raids in Taurus and all that, to Sargeras, Nighthold, and then I do Blackrock Foundry, and then I go into Hellfire Citadel.
I forgot about Blackrock. There's that fucking wolf in there.
Yeah, and then there's the really cool, weird mech one as well, I believe.
In Blackrock Foundry?
I thought there was. The Iron Hoof Destroyer, that's the one.
Is that the
Kodo, the crazy, the giant, the cool Kodo looking mount.
Yeah, not a big fan of Kodos. I've never really cared for them.
It's a cool looking Kodo. It's got like all the BlackRock like mechanistic armor on it. It's got like an engine like exhaust pipe at the front. It's all fiery and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Currently, my go-to mount is for ground mount. It's the Void Scarred Pack Leader, and for the flying mount, it is the Twilight Avenger.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to get the Fellsteel Annihilator for ages, so I've been trying to get that one.
Is that the Elec?
No, that's the giant mech one with the Fell mech. The Fell Iron.
Yeah, that shit from HFC.
Yes, I believe so. No. I think it's Hellfire Citadel. Yeah. Yes. And then there's the one from. Isn't there one from Nighthold that's pretty cool?
A mount from Nighthold?
The Living Infernal Core. It's a giant infernal one.
Really?
Yeah, and then there's another one from. I think it's on Mythic only though. I think the other one is what the heck is the one? The Abyssal Worm from Mistress Zine. That was like one of the first like worm mounts, but I don't really care about that one in particular. I mean, because I hate having to go all the way down there and get that mount. Though I do like doing the, I do like that. There's like so in Tomb of Sargeras, in the section after Nazjatan or whatever it is, I forget, one of the Murloc boss guys, and then that leads. Yes, after him at the bottom of the waterfall, and the path that leads down to the bottom, there's a cool little item you can collect that turns you into Gul'dan basically, for like a minute or whatever, and you get all these really cool abilities, and that could be fun sometimes. But it's a little.
Are you talking about his skull, Gul'dan's skull?
I think it's his skull. There's a little thing you can click in the raid at the bottom of the waterfall, at like where the statue is, and you go all the way down to the bottom, and you're able to get this item that turns you into like a pseudo Gul'dan character with like extra action abilities, and it's pretty cool.
Did not know that.
Yeah, next time you go down there, I'll find a link, and maybe I can link into the bio or whatever for the show notes, but
gotta say, is like we got away from it a little bit, but this whole buff to farm transmog and mounts, I am intentionally not getting invincible with that buff, simply because I don't want to pull the mount out and have people say you only got it because of the buff. No, I want to get it the
there's already weak auras.
I want to get it the painful way that we already.
The painful way.
Exactly. Oh. I want to bleed. I want to cum blood for invincible.
I forgot I did Destiny duos, and I did a normal raid to get. Oh, I got the rank 20 mount for the raid. I got the rep done for the raid rep.
Yeah, what's that mount? Is that a shredder?
Mech dinosaur. It's a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's a yellow mech.
Bro, what?
T-Rex. Yeah, it's a yellow mech T-Rex. It's fucking cool as shit. It's totally worth it. It's great.
I didn't know that existed.
You have to get the rank 20 with the rep on the Galagio fan club, whatever it's called, the hotel club, for the raid rep one. That's specific for the raid.
Well, I have no intention of going back into that raid. Not anytime soon.
But you can get it from doing LFR though. You can get but I think you get less, but they'll probably have some sort of catch up that makes you get really fast,
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
And
for
I
a mount that I'm never really gonna use.
It's pretty cool. I'll show you a Galagio Motif.
You know what? I say that, but here I am, all happy as a clam that I got my Dastardly Duo's turtle that I'm never gonna use. So, I don't know.
I did get that too. I got my Dastardly Duos mount for sure. That was the other one.
You know, literally the only thing I've been farming, not even farming, but like half-ass trying to get with this buff is Experiment 12B. One mount out of all the
Ultraxian?
options. Yeah. I want that. Holy shit, what a mount. Is it like the size of a raptor, or how is it?
No, yeah, it's like a raptor size. Yeah. It's a little bigger than a raptor. It's like a little bit bigger.
Dude.
More chunky.
Okay. All right, I guess I'm considering LFR. Fucking hell.
It's pretty cool, dude. But I think the only problem is that they still have it capped, where you can only get like 2 ranks a week, I think. So if you're at like rank 12, you gotta play for 8 weeks. So I would probably wait maybe. But apparently, isn't there the Winds of Mysterious Fortune right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a rep buff that's going on right now. It's like 100% rep, I think. But I think it's on the cartel rep, not the loyalty rewards, possibly.
I feel like it wouldn't apply to something like that. That's like specific.
Yeah, I think it's only the cartel rep that's buff right now, not that one. But there's also Darkmoon Fair too, or at least for, I think today was the last day, I think. That's only to what, 10% from
I think so.
Fair?
I think it's the same. They give you the same amount for XP buff and for rep buff.
Yeah.
So I think that sounds about right.
But still, you're still capped on how, like, what you can get max for, like, every week. I'm sure they'll uncap it at some point. I mean, you can probably wait till next patch before the next expansion. Maybe they'll probably put some crazy speed buff to, like, go and get that again, you know? But,
Perhaps.
Yep, that's all. Thanks. What's Gershom doing? What's up?
Well, I don't know if you saw, she had to drop out of the channel. She is experiencing some technical difficulties.
Oh, rip.
So she is, I can only imagine banging on the computer with a crowbar, because that's what I would do. So she'll try to get back in as soon as she can. She said that if she's unable to, she is going to send us what is in the drink.
Okay, cool.
Shit, we never fully figured out who's doing what in the notes. We're gonna end up, in the news.
We'll figure it out. We'll wing it. It's fine. We'll take turns. It's all good. It's not a big deal.
Sure. So, question then. We'll do the mixed drink either when she sends that or when she comes back in. But, Johnny, you're gonna be up next week. Do you know what you're gonna make?
Oh. So I was like, okay, so I was caught between. There's a couple I wanted to save until next time, and not next time. I wanted to save it until next patch comes out. So there was one I was gonna do, but I'm gonna save it until then. I think now. I mean, I was just gonna do Koresh.
What if?
What if
you made the Flarendo mount?
A what? The Flarendo mount. Yeah. There we go. The Flarendo mount. Yes.
That's what.
So
okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, because I just got it, and I'm mount farming. It's in the sense of the word. I still need to get my Inarius charger.
Dude, I need that too.
I have not seen it drop. I keep getting the shards, but I have not seen it drop. I can't.
What is the actual name of this little dinosaur? The little mechanized dinosaur mount.
I think it's Flarendo something.
Flarendo's illegitimate love child.
Flarendo the Furious? Yeah, Flarendo the Furious is what it's called, yep.
I wrote Flarendo the Furious. However, we have an episode title now. Flarendo's illegitimate love child.
Yeah? That's going to be great. What's the other boss in that, what's the second boss in the Cathedral of Carnage or whatever it's called, or Carousel of Carnage.
Oh, with him, the big monkey. Shit, what was the monkey's name?
That's why I'll remember. I'm like, wait.
Fucking let's just call him Winston. I can't remember, so we're gonna go
Discount
with Winston.
Mecha Winston.
Mecha Winston. Yes. Is there a robot Winston skin? Because I feel like there needs to be in Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in forever.
I don't think I've played it since the beta of the original game.
Here, I thought I was gonna be the one to be too long, because I was gonna say I haven't played it since it was Overwatch 1.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the beta of Overwatch 1 is the last time I played that game.
I probably won't play it again until Halloween comes by and I can light up undead robots as Torbjorn while fucking Dunkenstein goes nuts. God, that shit was fun. Anyway, let's just go into the news, why don't we? And we can circle back to the next drink.
Okay, sure.
Sounds good. Alrighty, WoW news time.
Time for WoW news. Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. If you don't get that reference, go back 2 episodes. So, was that 2 episodes? Or 3?
It was a couple episodes ago. It was like... I want to say maybe even 3 episodes ago, because it was like before... It wasn't the episode that me and you... I think it was the episode that Gershom and I did, and then you were editing.
It was.
So I think it was like 3 episodes ago. I think it was like 190, I think. Or
and
189.
Gershom just came back into the channel. Is the technical trouble still being technically troublesome?
I think it's always going to be troublesome, but restarting my computer helps, I think.
Hooray!
I'm still using the headphones, but they're taking a really long time to connect. Anyways, sorry. I also realized some of that background noise might have been my fan. What were you guys talking about? Sorry, go ahead.
We actually were about to do the news, but we literally hadn't even started it yet. So instead, we can do the mixed drink of the week.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We can ask you, what did you do in WoW this week?
Oh, that's right. I missed my turn. So it wasn't a whole lot, to be honest. I'm just barely opening my notes. I finished the Flames Radiance finally. So I got 10 with them.
Oh.
Yeah, so I got the link. Of course, doesn't fly, but I went on and on about that last week, so whatever. It's pretty cool though. The its vocals are really cool. It makes like a really cool like a mad like cat noise. When you do like what's that called when you hit space? Like the animation, the standing still animation. Yeah. So it gets
special.
The mount special, that's right. I knew there was a phrase for it. Yeah, so his special is like he'll kind of take like an offensive stance and get a little bit down and go like, and then I'm like almost 19 with the goblins. I was literally just down in Undermine before we recorded. Oh, and then since we're always playing this game of like, it's kind of like this rolling game we have on the Discord, Johnny, of like the best names ever, like names that you see or guild names you see. So we did this as a question of the week, like a while back, maybe even like a couple of years ago by now. But big shout out to Burns When I Pee and Tit Nipple. Spelled entirely correctly, both of them. And they were running around together in Undermine, so I am assuming they were friends. I don't know, like maybe they just randomly.
They are now.
Yeah, they are now. They're doing around on that Gobtrotter, smashing, him. And then I tried to go back and do an easy mode, level 8 underpin, and got my shit pushed in so fucking hard. I don't know what it is with me and that guy. I can't. I'm starting to, I've never said I was good at the game, but I don't know. Like sometimes like big things like that. Like I never did the Mage Tower either. And there's so much shit that I still can't do. Like, the Mythic Kill Jaden for the mounts and like stuff. Like there's so much shit out there that I just can't get the hang of the like mechanics for whatever reason. So that doesn't seem to undermine. I never did Zekvir either. So I don't know what that is. But that's pretty much like literally what I did. It was a lot more like just organizing stuff. And, it's summer, so like I'm with the girls a lot and my work schedule's a little different. I'm not at home as much as I am during the school year. So during the school year, I work a hybrid shift. The summer, I'm at my office all day, so it kind of cuts down on my playtime a lot. But that was kind of everything I got into. Yeah.
Cool. The bit you mentioned about names reminded me of something. There have been like rumors and tiny hints on the PTR that void elves may be able to be demon hunters in the future. And after reading on it, I'm not going to expand on it, but after reading on it, I gotta say, it sounds a whole lot more plausible than people immediately going, oh my god, third demon hunter spec, without anything really supporting it. So, to that end, I decided to save a name on Proudmoore for a potential Void Elf Demon Hunter. I managed to get the name Washboard.
What?
Like washboard abs.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But
over on Proudmoore, so now there's just like a little level 1 female orc, I think it was, named Washboard.
That's funny.
Funny
but
shit.
you play Alliance on Proudmoore. I mean, everyone plays Alliance on Proudmoore.
I sure do. That's why I got the name on Proudmoore. It's because if I'm gonna have a Void Elf Demon Hunter, if I have to play Poo Alliance, it's at least going to be, oh my god, Johnny, it's at least going to be on Proudmoore. Johnny just wrote in our fucking host chat, I was originally going to name my Demon Hunter Johnny Sins. What the hell, man? With a Y and a Z. That's like...
Why is our
That's
Discord
like-
turning into like our fucking Reddit subs? What are they called? Not
Turning
Substacks. I keep
into-
wanting to say Substack. Subreddit. Yeah, like the thing. Like the Thrall's Balls were just gonna end up being one.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm famous. I quit. We're done. We're on Reddit. We're cool. Let's go. We can all go home
Fell
now.
cum shot. Here.
Dude, I almost did. I was so close to doing it too. I was gonna like
Why didn't
Actually,
you?
because I wanted to do. I wasn't.
Listen, if there can be a tit
So-
nipple and burns when I pee out there, I don't think Johnny Sins is gonna be that bad.
I ended up doing what did I end up doing? Oh no, I used my old Cryptic name.
Your old
I-
what fucking name?
So my original tag was Cryptic.
Oh.
That was my original League of Legends name from like ages ago, like fucking 13 years ago, 14 years ago, before I even played WoW. That was my original tag name. I would always go to Cryptic. And Cryptic, yeah, like
Sac-
cryptic, but sack, like sack cryptic.
You have a cryptic sack.
A cryptic sack, yeah, exactly. Essentially, yeah. And it was a joke
If
on
we
like
weren't-
teabagging people in League. And
I think
I was gonna say-
sacks are the most non-cryptic thing on fucking planet Earth. Like we
It's
know
pretty
exactly where
straightforward.
they are, how they work, what to do, how to disable them permanently or temporarily, depending on your choice. Like really, there is nothing cryptic about sacks at all.
Honestly,
Yeah,
if we
but, like-
were not already
I know,
calling
I-
this episode Flarendo's illegitimate love child, I would absolutely call it Cryptic Sack. Alright, let's do the mixed drink of the week.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah.
It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah!
It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any substance for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. So, behave. Anyway, we have been going through what we are referring to as current events in WoW, and what could be more current than anticipation of 11.2. To that end, Gershom is bringing us the Dimensius drink, the Demented Jesus, if you remember that joke, and I sure hope you do, guys, because it was only last week, I think.
Like 2 weeks
Dimensius.
ago, yeah.
Demented
Demencheeses.
Wait, was
Is
that the
not a
episode I
cheesehead.
wasn't on or
Really,
the
you're-
episode I was on?
I think it was 2. It was 2. You were on it.
Okay.
It was 2 ago. I don't know. I was thinking about like how I was for some reason always saying like cheese instead of chip. Like I was saying his name wrong. I was like Dimensius, and then I was like, what if he was like a cheesehead? And I just had this weird picture of like Dimensius wearing like one of those Wisconsin cheese hats that you guys have.
Hell
Y'all wear it in the fucking football games all the time.
The largest
wedge.
boss that they have ever made is absolutely a Packers fan. That is Thrall's Balls canon.
That's gonna be. Listen, if you roll a human in 11.2, they're gonna be like, you got to go to that cheese shop and get like wine and cheese. Like you get one of each for the guy in or whatever. It's like, no, you have to get like 1,000 wheels of cheddar cheese to make this big ass hat. Because if Boro is the size of Stormwind, how big is his hat? Like probably the size of the cheese shop.
I want cheese.
The biggest cheese ever. Okay, are we gonna do the mixed drink? I'm sorry.
Yes, we are.
What's
Yes,
wrong with
sir.
me today? Okay, so I did the Dimensius. It's a shot, and I'm not drinking it now. I'm chilling now. I'm back on my Monaco now, but I did have a few of these last night. I guess the hint is that it's a shot, and another hint is that there's an optional like special effect. Johnnie, that pizza name looks gross.
Pizza hot.
They're making another one of those movies.
Yes, they
Fucking,
are.
I think my kids might be home. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's the hint. It's a shot, and it has an optional like special effect, like a party trick that you do not have to do. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to pull a new guess out of my ass because I originally came up with one. I'll just say what my original guess was, and then I'll make an actual guess. Originally, I was going to guess that it was half black cherry Monaco, and you add 1 shot of UV blue vodka, and fill in the rest with grape soda. However, since it's a shot, you said something about a party trick. So, I think the shot has a maraschino cherry or regular cherry, as long as it has the stem in it. The shot itself is half UV blue, half UV red. And you shoot it, and you eat the cherry, and the optional part would be tying the cherry stem into a knot with your tongue. That's my guess. And Gershom likely had to step away there. Johnnie, what's your guess? She lit up.
Oh.
She lit up.
What?
Never mind, we're good. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna be cranberry juice, blue curacao, tequila with sweet and sour and lime. And I think the party trick is you throw a little Everclear on top, or some Don Julio, and you light it on fire, and you drink it. That's my kind of twist on that.
All right.
But I don't know.
Well,
who knows? Only Hershey knows. So
yeah, and she just told us in our host chat that her headphones stopped working for some reason. So Johnnie guessed. Gershom, I don't know if you can hear this, but yeah, you can let us know what happened. Or rather, what the drink was. Anyway, I'm gonna vamp for a minute here. Who wants to hear a story about a bridge? Okay, well, once upon a time, I was walking across a bridge, right? And I saw what I thought was a Pokeball halfway across it. So I ran up, I'm like, hell yeah, free Pokeball. And they're like, nope, it was a fucking Voltorb. You know what that little motherfucker did? He fucking shocked me as I was holding him. And of course I fell off the bridge into the water and he was still shocking me. So I fucking died. And, you know, fucking Pokemon are deadly, man. Okay, so, Gershie let us know in host chat what's in the drink. Look at my shitty vamping there. Today is not our day for technology, so she is, gonna go play with her kids instead of arguing with her computer, which I fully support. I fully support that. She let us know that the drink is a shot. It is half hypnotic, and you drizzle in some blackberry liquor. It says Dredgica Ratchet is typing, so I'm thinking she's gonna tell us what the party trick version of that is. Anyway, so there oh, never mind. The party trick is optional. You can add a tiny bit of ground up B vitamin, like 2 grains that you smash 1 pill in a pestle, and under a black light, that chemical turns blue. And that's the Dimensius. That is, I like that.
I like that too.
That is really cool. She says it's good, kind of sweet, little headache today, but that's okay. Gershom, you fucking knock it out of the park.
Fuck
there.
Yes. Now, I would drink the fuck out of that.
Over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole, for this black light. No, I will not be holding a black light up to my asshole. It would glow like the state fair. Like, wait,
all mystery shall be revealed.
All right, we're gonna surge forward with the news now.
Yep.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
All right, we have an official release date for 11.2, which is nice. I've lost my spot. Sorry. So, release date for 11.2 is August 5th in North America, so 6th in the EU. And, of course, it's not all hot dropping on the same day, because why would it? So, on the 5th, we get the new zone, Koresh, and we get ecological succession, you know, that little zoo-making globe thing. Remember? The Rishi Wraps and Phase Diving. We get the start of the Koresh campaign. We get the new Delve, Archival Assault, and an update to that system. We get the new dungeon, Ecodome Aldani, which is weird to me because it chronologically takes place after the raid, and the raid doesn't open until a week later on the 12th. So that kind of makes me wonder why the hell delay the raid. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but is it a good one? I don't know. I'm not.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like, it's not gonna spoil the raid necessarily, but it's going to be like, oh, this is like the after effect of like a separate issue that's happening in. I think it'll be more related to like the zone quest line than it is going to be with the raid itself and the conclusion from the raid. That's more where I'm going. Yeah.
I'm not worried about it spoiling things. I'm thinking it's weird that it's being... It's then there's no reason to delay the season, in my very humble opinion. But anyway... So then, as we alluded to there, August 12th, Season 3 will start. That's when the raid opens. You have all 3 traditional, I guess you could say, difficulties on the 12th. So normal, heroic, and mythic. LFR Wing 1 also opens on the 12th. So, in addition to the raid opening, Tazavesh hard mode is going to be available. The quote-unquote new Mythic Plus rotation pool season, which is more or less the exact same as last season. The new Delve season and the new PvP season. So, Season 3 starts August 12th. So, on the 19th, they are then opening up the story mode and LFR Wing 2. So, you heard that right. The entirety of the raid is all available when the season starts. It's not like being chopped up like some raids have in the past. And then August 26th, I think it's actually been a little while since they chopped up boss releases.
Sepulcher, I think?
Did they do it then?
Yeah, because you got the Anduin and then you went and did Jailer after. Unless you're talking about like the whole... Like you do heroic week and then mythic whatever week the week after.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like by boss. And you're right, there was a little bit we could only get to Anduin, and he was like the halfway point.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, then on August 26th, LFR Wing 3. There's something else really cool coming in the patch that I didn't really expect, although it makes perfect sense to have this. They're giving us another warband screen. They call it the Fate of the Devoured, and I think it looks pretty neat. Your warband is standing in Tazavesh, and you've got the big old Koreshi void mixed with arcane energy swirly thingy behind it. And it's really easy to get. You don't gotta jump through any hoops, really. You literally just have to complete the introductory campaign quest that starts with the quest, A Shadowy Invitation. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna rock that. Right now, I'm using the Nightfall Sanctum one that I finally got and forgot to shout on the show. Because I don't know, Brand's a bitch, and I didn't really feel like leveling that little punk up. But then I did. Let's see here.
Looks pretty fucking cool, dude. I'm liking this, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this shit. And speaking of looking forward to things, Blizzard decided to build anticipation, or did they, by putting out what they're calling a trailer for 11.2, when it's really just a scene from the campaign. It's literally a cutscene, and they're spoiling their own shit. Like, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's worth watching, but the short version, and I don't feel bad saying this because Blizzard already fucking did it, they spoiled that we're teaming up with Xal'atath. It's out of desperation. Nobody wants to. Locust Walker doesn't want to. Xal'atath doesn't want to. Illyria really doesn't want to. But they're all like, well, Dimensius is really a big bad guy, and the thing I was gonna use to kill him, so fuck you, you're stuck with me. I feel bad knowing, though, that somebody has definitely already cranked it to this trailer, because when Xal'atath comes in, she just floats in toes first.
You know, I can't with the toes beam. I'm pretty sure they've been making him more crazy detailed. I'm pretty sure. I feel like they've been like they're like doubling down on it for sure. You know? Oh,
definitely. There's definitely weirdos out there cracking it to Xalatos. Absolutely.
But Illyria big bad. She got
bad in that. Pissed. And there is another thing that comes up that I had spoiled for me. That's part of the campaign. That makes Illyria even more mad. So, you know, that'll happen. That's really all we can say. Go watch that trailer. It's less of a trailer and more sneak preview of a cutscene. But,
yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, it really does kind of set the tone for going into this. Like, oh shit, this is bad. This is so bad we're teaming up with the most evil person we've encountered so far.
Yeah. Freaking obliterate Khadgar temporarily and destroy Dalaran, but we got working for now. Okay, sure. All right.
It's cool. It's cool. He's got his like arcane wheelchair, which is stupid because he could have made it look like a fucking cloud, or he could have used magic to heal himself.
Maybe he wanted to have the wheelchair. Okay, don't hate on the aesthetic choice. Maybe he wanted to be chill, or unless it was his lover that his caretaker, you know.
Maybe, or maybe he just is pulling a fast one to get the best parking space at Chili's. But even when he does, he pulls up, and there's some old bitch sitting there with her purse in front of the door, and she's like, you see that? That means I'm first! And Khadgar's just like, congratulations, you're first in line at Chili's. And then she goes, I don't appreciate your sarcasm, and throws a bottle of water at him. I'm guessing you're not getting the reference. I have watched a fair amount of Karen compilations on YouTube, and that was absolutely one of them. This lady loses her mind because this guy didn't care that she was first in line at Chili's. All right, so moving ahead, Blizzard has put out what I'm looking forward to listening to, but have not had the chance to yet. And Johnny already told me he hasn't had the chance either. And it's fucking long, man. It is an audio novella called The Doom of Koresh. What it said in the Blue Post is embark on a legendary narrative journey with The Doom of Koresh, a 3-part audio novella written by Adam Christopher and illustrated by Cynthia Shepard. So all 3 of these parts are available right away. We've not had a chance to listen to it, but I have heard some rumblings about Locust Walker taking a sexy bath with his wife or some shit. I don't fucking know. But conveniently, the URL to the Wowhead article is in the show notes, and they have put all 3 of them in that one article. So go check that out. Go give them a listen.
Also, I went and dug into the Illustrator, and the illustrations this person does are fantastic, actually. Like, they have their own, like, website and everything where they do their own illustrations, and they're really good. And they definitely... Yeah, Cynthia Shepard, her name is, and the writer is Adam Christopher. Let me see what else he's written. I don't know. He might have done other work for Blizzard before.
Did she draw Locust Walker slamming his wife in one of those Chinese baskets?
No, but she has some really interesting like they're very like high fantasy type of artwork. It's very interesting to me. It's very like it's like cynthia-shipper.com, and it looks really nice. And I'll send you like a little quick screenshot of some of this stuff here. And
shout out to Cynthia Shepard. I want to make another joke about Locust Walker banging his wife on the veranda, but I won't. So I just did.
I mean, the Reshi dildo wrapped, right?
Oh my god. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, wow. Okay, so Johnny just posted a lovely illustration in our host chat. There's all these red dragons, and these are not Azeroth red dragons, and they look like they're about to go to battle, and there's some dude with red eyes. Oh, and another one that's like oh shit, is that a necromancer? I think it is.
Kind of, yeah. It reminds me, dude, it looks pretty cool. I was very surprised. I was like, this is impressive. I'm digging this. And
that is something that WoW needs, as a necromancer.
Oh, so Adam Christopher also wrote Heartlands. He also wrote some stuff for Doctor Who and Star Wars, Master of Evil, and there's a few some stuff for Stranger Things and Dishonored. He has a pretty large catalog, actually. The Age Atomic, and he has quite a few interesting little. Oh, he has quite the catalog, actually.
Well, shit. Now I'm even more looking forward to checking these things out.
Yeah, I always get find interesting. I've been noticing the last couple of years that Blizzard's been very poignant on who they're picking to like do certain types of content. And like getting particular artists to do things for them that they particularly like an aesthetic, or if they like a certain type of prose or whatever. Like, I've been really interested in how they've been picking and choosing who they pick. I find it interesting to me. I don't know, just kind of a tangent. Sorry about that, but
no, do not apologize. Give credit where credit is due to amazing artistry. Whether that is the spoken word or the stroked paint. That sounds bad somehow. I don't know.
The stroked brush.
That sounds like some kind of hippie bar cafe combo.
Yeah, it does. It does, though. It does.
And they have like a different drink of the day, but they always talk about how terrible it is, and everyone just orders an Americano anyway.
I feel like I'm in Williamsburg somewhere. Like, just like straight up.
The stroked toothbrush. Oh, no, I don't drink coffee. I just come here to write my novel. You're on page 1. You've put down 3 words. What the fuck? What novel? Anyway, let's move on ahead. You want to tell us about player housing?
Yeah, Blizzard released some new information about housing. There's going to be just more specifically on neighborhoods, okay? So they're saying that there's going to be 2 general types. There's going to be public and private, right? And public, they're going to be created by the game servers, and anyone can just buy a house in them, blah, 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 blah. As they fill up, new instances are created, so players looking for a house shouldn't see a message about all the neighborhoods being full. So there's always going to be new neighborhoods being formed, okay? And they're run by the game as well. They're automatically named, and they're like semi-procedurally named and all that, and they're going to be doing monthly events, and they're adding these like monthly community events called endeavors, and those are going to be to keep the neighborhood running. So it's sort of like a mini HOA activity that keeps the neighborhood
did also,
intact.
though, clarify there are no HOAs unless players come up with
Yes! I guess the closest thing you call an HOA would be like a guild neighborhood, which is I will go over in a second here under private. So there's 2 types of private neighborhoods. There's going to be guild neighborhoods or charter neighborhoods. And charter neighborhoods are more akin to like communities. So there's communities and then there's guilds in WoW now, which is sort of like a linked shell versus a free company in 14. So if you like, that's kind of the parallel there that I can think of, you know?
That is a really good way of putting it. Worth pointing out, if you don't like your neighbor, you can move. You can literally just pack up and move, and they will zap all your stuff into a box. You do not have to rebuild your interior.
Yes, it will save that, and you can just move it to a different plot. And if you're a guild master that's running a guild, you can, if you G-kick someone, it takes them out their house out too. So you don't, if you have someone who turned toxic in your guild, you can remove them quickly as well. Or you can troll someone in your guild too. So there's that as well.
Means
I foresee that happening.
We are looking down the barrel of an amazing story that could happen and could end up on Drama Time one day. It is entirely within the realm of possibility now that there could be a player out there who is part of a guild, and he is that proverbial one guy who can kill a guild. And he'll get really excited that he finally got a couch for his guild, for his house. And his guild master will be like, fuck your couch, and G-kick him and his couch.
Right.
I want that to be a real story that somebody submits to Drama
It's
Time.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I bet Preach is already like he's already anticipating that. I bet he already. I'm sure it's happening. It's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm kind of excited about endeavors. I'm really excited about what options they're giving for the UI for collection of the items and how it's going to be organized, and I'm very excited to kind of dig into that and like see that when it comes out and get my hands on it, you know?
What I'm a little disappointed about is they didn't give us a lot of information about what the endeavors are specifically. I imagine they've got a post in the future, but they did sort of in the article say this is a picture from the Val'sharah endeavor. Like, the hell's that mean? I guess we're going
That's
to Val'sharah.
pretty cool.
And it was like a dead-looking nightmare tree, so maybe it's something Emerald Nightmare related.
And if you're in a guild, I believe you can pick which endeavors as well you want.
You can.
Or what type.
You can.
Yeah, that was another cool thing. So if you're in a guild one, you have a lot more control over the neighborhood, and you can do it as a group or however you want to vote on it, or however you want to go about it between your own organizations and your own respective setups, or if you're in a charter one, or basically if you're in a private one, you're going to have a lot more control than if you're in a public one. Public ones I feel like it's going to be more like procedurally generated, like automatic, you know, like a rotation of some kind maybe. And then private, you're going to be able to kind of handpick and do what you want.
Meaning, if your guild master picks, let's say, Val'sharah for 3 months in a row, maybe you can pick their, kick them in the butt and be like, yo, why you keep picking that one? I don't know, because I don't want to think about it.
Oh, I'm excited about the drama. I am so hyped. I want my place to be like a tavern.
This will be a hot
for sure.
Drama.
I want my warlock, like, slaughtered lamb tavern, fucking, like, hidden chambers and all kinds of portals and all kinds of crap in there. I'm super hyped about it. I have a whole plan and everything. I'm already, like, thinking out how I'm going to build it, like, imagining what I'm going to do with it. Like, we'll see what the tools actually allow me to build, but, I'm hyped as hell, so...
I have a feeling we'll be, because shit can clip into other shit, right? I have a feeling we're going to be given a lot of things that we'll be able to repurpose into something else without anybody even knowing. Like, for example, I am absolutely going to try to build, like, an optometrist exam room. Because, for those of you who don't know, I work at an ophthalmology clinic. I am a tech there. I'm a little bit of a nerd. So I also have plans to build. I have plans to build an entire fucking shadow cathedral for my shadow priest.
Oh, for sure.
100%. 2 questions that I feel remain to be answered. One of them's been given a half answer in the past. And this one actually might be kind of niche, but like if you have somebody on /ignore, right? And you go into a public neighborhood, are there things in place to prevent that ignore from being in your neighborhood? Also, what happens if you have somebody from your guild on / because instead of handling a situation like an adult, you just decided to /ignore them? What if you have that? If that's gonna prevent to ignore people from being in the same neighborhood, what happens there? I don't know.
Find out. That is an interesting conundrum. Blizzard, what are we gonna do about /ignore? What are we doing there? What are we doing?
I'm sure they've thought about it.
I'm sure one of the content creators have already brought it up and it's already been mentioned. Yeah.
And then other question.
Go ahead.
The other question I feel needs to be answered, and like I said, it's been half answered. So far in all the art we've gotten about it, and by art I mean like in-game mock-ups, have shown the orcish style of house and a human style of house. They haven't outright said if we're going to be able to have race-specific housing house look like things, because I don't want to run around, as much as I love the orcs and as much as I love Orgrimmar, having a house that belongs to an orc. And likewise, actually I think it'd be easier on the Alliance because they can all sort of get away with that kind of housing look. The reason I think this has been half answered is because apparently when all those content creators went to play it at Blizzard, they were shown concept art for other housing structure look-like things, but that doesn't really tell me if that's going to be a launch feature or not, and I really think it should be, because that's the kind of thing that would piss off enough people that if they delay it, reception to player housing overall will not be as good as it could be. You'd end up with another Miss of Pandaria situation, where when the expansion launched, it is very fondly remembered now, but when the expansion launched, people forget this, a lot of people fucking hated it. They fucking hated it at launch. A lot of guilds died because of that expansion launch. They hated the Kung Fu Panda. They hated that. They hated the Dailies of Pandaria bullshit.
Dailies of Pandaria, yep. That was
but it is now, looking back, very highly regarded. So I don't want to end up with that situation again, where housing ends up being awesome, but because one crucial thing misses the mark, they need to nail this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was very annoyed with that at the time too. I totally get it,
Yeah. You were about to say something, though.
I was going to talk about some motherfucking hunter, the famous Durandil, soloed Queen Ansurek on normal mode. Like, holy fucking shit. And he's going to try nearby heroic and undermine normal as well afterwards. He hasn't done it yet. But he's famous for doing this shit, okay? He's like, he's known. He's been around a long time. He goes back as far, I think back as far back as Lich King, I think. So he's known. There was another guy too that was a Death Knight as well. They used to do this kind of shit. I forget the guy's name, but there's a Death Knight, there was a Paladin, and then there was this guy. There's a couple of these guys.
Rextroy's the Death Knight,
right?
Rextroy is the guy's name, but I am looking up Durandil because I want to know when he did his Lich King. Because if it was in 3.3.3, I really doubt it. But let's see. Durandil versus Lich King 25, Hunter World First. This was posted
12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah. So that would be what, 2013. So what was the expansion in 2013?
Mr. Pandaria.
Was it? So he did.
But you know, solo was still hard back then for some people. Like, you couldn't just go back and solo some of that content because it had only been like, that'd be like going to Shadowlands Mythic and soloing it now. Like, that'd be like going to like Mythic Jailer by yourself. And so
you ready to have your dick sneezed out your ass? It would be more akin to doing at this point now it would be more akin to doing Mythic Farak. Because here's why. If you remember,
Legacy loot.
Cataclysm and Mists both had a 5 level.
Oh, you're right.
So that's only a 10 level difference.
That's
this
true.
Guy is fucking nuts and deserves a blowjob. Somebody, not me, go blow J Durandil. Somebody. Won't somebody give the hunter a blow J? Anyway, this is super impressive.
But yeah, there's some cool classic news as well.
Yeah.
Blizzard released a preview of the scenarios and challenge mode dungeons. I did my golds back in the day. I also did my warlords and trainer ones. I did not. I did silver in WoD, I believe. I got the weapons from WoD. I don't know if I ever got the full golds from WoD. I think I missed. I might have gotten them. I got the portals.
Did you ever do the proving grounds at level?
Oh yeah, of course. I did. Dude, I was hardcore not. Back in the day. Like, this was my expansion, bro. I was doing like pre-mythic heroic Throne of Thunder back when that was current, like in Siege of Orgrimmar and stuff. Like, that was back when I was like super, like quote unquote high end rating at the time. I got cutting edge rating, but it was a little different back then because cutting edge was old heroic mode. I guess it's harder now because Mythic's gotten so much more difficult because you have the specific 20-man size raids, and it's
also
less
people are smarter now.
Yeah, people have just gotten a lot better at the game now too. There's a lot more data, and this was like World of Logs days. Like, I'm talking like there was no Warcraft logs. Like, that did not exist. There was a logging site, but it was very, like, you'd have to really dig into it, and you didn't have all the data like you do now. It was different back then.
Was Blizzard's API even public use at that point?
I don't even think so. I think it was like one of those things like you had to know somebody that knew somebody, and maybe it was, but like, you had to know somebody who knew how to log, and like I was still kind of new at the time, and like, there was no flex mode, there was no flex rating. It was just like 25 man and 10 man, and that's it. And you had heroic and normal, and that was it for all of Mr. Pandaria until literally the last patch, and then Mythic came out with Siege of Orgrimmar at the very end of Sigil Ogrimmar. Like the world race was already over, and like it was already like it had already been out for like a year, and like or at least like 6 months at least, and then Flex mode came out, followed by Mythic mode in the pre-patch for WoD. But yeah, challenge modes are really great. Apparently, there's going to be new rewards possibly for challenge modes. So, and essentially, challenge modes are a precursor to Mythic Plus, but it was way different. So yeah, you had a timer, but it was like a fixed timer to get either bronze, silver, or gold, right? And you were basically normalized in eye level and gear score to where you were like in blues, essentially. Imagine trying to do like a standard set difficulty, like it's harder than like a heroic dungeon, but you're like in heroic dungeon gear. So imagine like Mythic 0 and doing it in like introductory blues, and you were on a timer, and you had to like, so back in the day, people did all kinds of weird shit to like do crazy pulls, and it was all about how fast you could do it and like how many ways you could like pull as much trash together on top of a boss, but you were limited with the amount of health you had because of the gear and what type of enchants you had, and like because everything scaled down and normalized at the eye level. So you had to like figure out different ways to like finagle with the gear to kind of give you an edge, and like taking advantage of line of sighting or invising, or you know, there's a lot like smoke bomb with rogues, or like there's a lot of different tools people use, crazy misdirect combos you could do, or tricks, and there's a lot of weird, interesting things that are now are pretty commonplace with those comps. But at the time, it was like not as common, and this is also during the time where you were still like CCing mobs normally when you do a dungeon, and you'd like mark mobs to like CC and whatnot, and if you wanted to do them sort of like Cataclysm. So sometimes you had to like freeze trip a mob because you didn't want that mob right now, and then you would pull everything else, and then you would pull the other mob boss and do it later. There's a lot of crazy shit people did back in the day.
Let's not bullshit ourselves though about Cataclysm. Like they started out like that and it was awesome, and then people were bitching about it being too hard, so they nerfed it.
Yeah. Well, challenge mode is like an unnerfed version of that, basically, of an old heroic dungeon, but you're like scaled down the blues and you're on a timer, essentially. It felt that way anyway.
For doing them?
You get a mount, you can get titles, and you get mods, and it all depends. The way they did it back then was if you get bronze, you get one reward. If you do all of them at bronze, and then if you do them all at silver, you get another layer of rewards. And if you get gold, you get an additional layer of rewards in addition to everything else. So the idea is that you would do them kind of like how we do now with that what's that achievement they have now? Not Keystone Legend, the other one where it like you can't deplete the key. It was similar to that, but it was cosmetic rewards instead of like, you don't deplete anymore or whatever, you know?
Okay, Google. What is the World of Warcraft achievement for not depleting a keystone in a mythic dungeon? It's thinking. Keystone Legend? Is that it? No.
It's yeah. Keystone Legend prevents keystones from dropping below level 12. But it's like there's a word for it. It's like resplendent or like something. I just heard on the potty scene the other week, or the bench or whatever. One of those. They were talking about it. Damn it.
Oh wait a minute. No, it's not Keystone Legend.
Resilient Keystones. That's what it is. There we go. So imagine like resilient Keystones, like you can do like 12s, and then you do 13s, and then you do 14s, you get resilient 12, 13, 14, and so on. It's like that sort of in the way the rewards are. So like you get all the dungeons on bronze timer, you get this reward, and then if you do them all on silver, you get another set of rewards in addition to the ones you get at bronze. And obviously if you get the ones at silver, you get the ones that are included in bronze as well. Like you don't have to go back and do it again, you know? And then if you do them all at gold, then you get all the rewards, right? And there's a leaderboard too. And I remember there was a big push during MOP, especially near the end of MOP, to like make sure you were like, oh, I'm the number one on the leaderboard for this server or whatever, or in this region, or wherever. It was a big deal at the time, and in the community, people that did those. And but yeah, there's gonna be titles, there's gonna be mounts, there's gonna be Mog. I want to say they had like full-on sets based on the dungeons as well that you would get. I remember I got a really cool Warlock one that looked like Illidan one time, and I got another one that looked like another way. A bunch of cool weapons that were really unique.
This makes me wonder, like, I've been saying for a long time that I want a leaderboard for Delves. That idea I had about, like, basically just applying the horrific
challenge Delves!
Exactly. So much simpler, so much more straightforward. Throw a leaderboard on that bitch. Sign me up.
Has to be solo, though. You have to have a solo 100%. Leaderboard, a duo, a trio, you have to do one. You have to have separate leaderboards for like singles, doubles, and trios, and all that, right?
You also may need to have separate ones based on like class, just because it is
like Diablo
impossible that you can have as easy of a time going through as like if you're a priest, like a holy priest primarily, and Brand's doing his usual bad AI bullshit, you are absolutely gonna have a harder time than a fucking Ret Paladin. Or maybe they can address that with the way the gear scales. I don't know.
Yeah, because it would. Well, if it was challenge delves, it would normalize your gear to begin with.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like normalize that. Like, maybe the priest gets a higher eye level it scales down to than, like, the Ret Paladin would. Just to kind of, I don't know. That sounds really difficult to balance, but I want it.
Doesn't really have to be balanced, I don't think. I feel like you would just... It's like whoever does it the fastest, you know what I mean? Maybe you could do it by role, like the fastest healer, the fastest tank, the fastest DPS range versus, like, melee DPS, like...
And I guess if you're really trying to try hard it to get to the top of the board, the people who play like that are not usually opposed to playing a different class anyway.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we sort of breezed past here is it's important to point out that these challenge modes are not the Celestial Dungeons. Those are still their own thing.
Yeah, it's their own thing, yep. And there's scenarios too, which were fucking awesome. I fucking love those. It's 3-man role agnostic content that was story based, and you would do them as you leveled up as well, and after you hit max level, and then you could queue for them while you're in between dungeon queues. So you would, back in the day, you would roll into a scenario if you didn't have a full 5-person group. If you only had like 1 or 2 friends, you could just quickly do a scenario if you're by yourself. So before there were delves, you could do this thing called a scenario, but they ended up using scenario content to be more for like questing content later down the line.
They should have kept it forward. They really
they really should have. They should have made more like of that. They did make more of them, but it was like only solo. They should have kept the group aspect of that and kept making more side story like narratives with using that content. And I was sad when they didn't do that anymore.
They did sort of do that in Legion with the invasions, because the final thing is a scenario, really.
Yeah.
And it was role agnostic. They sort of used it with islands, but let's not talk about that because islands were fucking god awful.
Yeah, that was not. No, that was way different from islands because islands had no story component. It was all like, or barely any. It was all like hidden story, kind of like an Elden Ring style, but
you just
it was
go
like hidden in the
fuck shit up and leave.
Exactly. That's what it ended up being. And whereas scenarios were like, oh, you get some Valor Stones or currency for it, but you also get like a narrative story at least the first time you go in there and do it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm giving more and more consideration to playing MOP Classic when it comes out with every passing day. I doubt I will have time because 11.2 will just, by the nature of these things, take
It's next
priority
week.
for me. Well, is it? That's right, it is.
It's a week from tomorrow, yep. Or a week from tomorrow.
Maybe I'll play it a little bit, but Endgame with MOP Classic would definitely be conflicting with 11.2.
Oh,
I have to give priority to
for
11.2.
sure, yeah. I might end up doing the monk leveling to get that mount. The monk
I'm
starting
definitely
zone.
doing that. That's not gonna take long at all.
That's an easy 10 levels, right? I mean...
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here, but final thoughts?
Demon cheeses.
My final thought is making that shitty cold open was so much fun. It was so much fucking fun.
Dude, that was fucking amazing. I want all of that. Oh, yes, that was great.
I was going to use like a shitty quality microphone to record it, but it turned out to be too shitty of quality. So I was just fucking around in Audacity until I ended up with what we got. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and avoid having the door hit us in the ass on the way out, and we're gonna go. So you can go ahead and follow us in the social media places, and you can find the proper spellings of all these things in the episode description. I am at Wooly08 on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and at Wooly_08 on TikTok. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter and at Hunter Gershom with 2 R's on Instagram. Boomy Nation is at Boomy Nation on Twitter and YouTube. Johnnie Tips is Johnny.tips on Discord and at Johnny.tips on Instagram. And of course, we have CRAIIIG, our very, 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 very part-time co-host / mascot. CRAIIIG is at CRAIIG Addict on Twitter, and the show, of course, is at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter, Instagram. I think for the moment, that's all the places for that one. But you can email us as well with any feedback, questions, comments, just no dick pics, please. ThrallsBallsPodcast@gmail.com. Or if you want to, Anyway, you can also leave us feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or in a specialized reviews channel on our Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com. All our relevant links can be found on the link tree there. Bye. We love you. Be good.
Koreshi raps. Oh. It all makes sense now.